So this next piece is for me. You're allowed to enjoy it as well. But this was my request of my partner in life, Annalisa Winberg, and my partner in running opera Modesto. This is one of my favorite songs in the world, art song from Russia, by Rachmaninoff. So if I'm over bawling under chorus,
yes, it's a song by Rachmaninoff. And the story, the words to the music actually come from Pushkin, and he wrote the poem as he was experiencing exile from his country. He was a very talented poet, but kind of a hothead, and wasn't afraid to speak his mind and made some big political enemies. He spent a lot of his creative life outside of his home country, and he wrote this poem about the songs of Georgia, not Atlanta. The words go, "Do not sing to me the songs of my country, because there is so much pain, and I try not to think about it. I can bury those emotions until I hear your voice, and then I see the steps, the night, the stars. I smell the air of my country and the beauty that has been taken from me. So do not sing." Well, then Rachmaninoff came along and he took those words. And he also was an artist who experienced exile twice. Extended exile, self-imposed, because he could not bear the conditions in his homeland. Rachmaninoff was an amazing romantic composer, and you'll hear how much heart there is in this song. It's not an easy song, thank you, Roy. But it's one I feel very honored to share with you. You'll hear right away that Rachmaninoff is also a concert pianist, and he wrote a very interesting accompaniment for this song too, and Mike's is going to grace us with that. But I need to tell you one more story. When I was a little older than they are, I went to Moscow to be part of the Tchaikovsky competition. I was chosen among other artists nationally to represent my country. It was a great honor to be among those Americans who went to Moscow. This was before cell phones. So I went to Moscow, and I was very out of touch with my family, my boyfriend at the time, and my voice teacher, everyone. I was very out of touch. And I've studied many languages. I've studied Russian, but I'm not fluent enough to feel like I was doing fine on my own. And I was in this competition, and there were hundreds of people from all around the world in the first round. It took several days. And I was very fortunate. I got passed on to the next round, and my accompanist was an accompanist from the Bolshoi Opera. He was amazing. He also had some strong opinions. When we got to the second round, he said, "You started very well, and you have become a favorite, but you can't sing the Rachmaninoff that you brought. Don't sing it. You're American. They will not accept that you can understand this song and sing it." And I was crushed, because I really had a strong idea about going to Russia, going to Moscow and singing this music, which meant so much to me. But I couldn't call anybody on the phone and say, "What should I do?" So I thought about it. I prayed about it. And the next day I told him, I came halfway around the world. And this may be the last song I sing in this competition, but I'm going to sing it. And in the competition there are rules, which are constantly reminding people, you may not applaud for the artist in between the songs, you may only applaud for the artist at the end of their set. And I started with the Rachmaninoff, and people jumped to their feet and applauded so hard. And the man on the microphone was telling them to sit down, to be quiet, to get them back to their senses. And I just stood there. I had never felt so alone in my life, that moment, when I made that decision. And then I was rewarded with just so much joy. So I'm going to start going before you even sing. So you should never tell a singer, do not sing. Don't never sing.